Your phone buzzes at 6 a.m. in a hotel room you didn't choose, in a city you'll leave in 4 days. You don't check who it's from. You already know. It's your trainer, confirming the gym session before the sponsor breakfast, before the simulator call, before the media pen. This is not a race day. This is a Tuesday. And you have not had a Tuesday that belonged only to you in 11 months. Everyone thinks they know this life. The private jet, the girlfriend or boyfriend in the paddock, the watch deal, the car collection, the $200 million smile for the cameras. People imagine you spend your Sundays racing and the other 6 days living like a rock star who happens to also drive fast. That's the picture on the outside. It is almost nothing like the picture on the inside. Here's what it actually looks like. A race weekend is only the visible tip of your week. The other days are built from things nobody photographs. Simulator sessions that run 4 to 6 hours at a stretch, where you sit in a rig built to replicate the exact car, running lap after lap after lap until a single corner entry is shaved by 0.02 of a second. Debrief calls with your race engineer that go on for 90 minutes, dissecting tire degradation data from a session that lasted 22 minutes. Sponsor commitments stacked into every gap in the calendar, sometimes 3 appearances in a single day, each one requiring a different version of your personality. Do you ever get tired of performing yourself? The training alone would break most people. You're doing neck resistance work most gyms have never heard of, because in the car your head effectively weighs 3 times its resting weight under braking. And if your neck muscles aren't strong enough, you cannot hold your head straight for 2 hours at racing speed. You're doing reaction time drills, cognitive load testing, cardiovascular work that pushes your heart rate past 170 beats per minute and holds it there. Because the cockpit during a race can exceed 50 degrees Celsius and your body needs to function inside that heat while losing up to 3 kilograms of fluid in a single race. 3 kilograms. In 2 hours. While thinking at a level most people never reach in an entire workday. Then there's the travel. 24 race weekends a year, spread across 6 continents, plus testing days, plus sponsor activations, plus the mandatory season launch events in the months you thought were your off-season. You live out of a suitcase that has become more familiar to you than your own bedroom. Hotel room, paddock, hotel room, airport, hotel room. The scenery changes. The routine does not. And underneath all of it sits the number people fixate on the most, the money. Top contracts run into the tens of millions per year before bonuses, before personal sponsorships that can double or triple that figure. But very little of that is simple. A driver's management team, trainers, physiotherapists, travel coordinators, media handlers, and security can consume a significant slice of it before tax even enters the conversation. And here's the part nobody puts in the highlight reel. Every single one of those millions is contingent. One bad season, one recurring mechanical failure that isn't your fault, one contract renewal that doesn't go your way, and the seat is gone. There are only 20 of these seats in the entire world at any given time. 20. For thousands of karting kids who started dreaming about this at age 6. So what does that kind of pressure actually cost you? It costs you the version of your life where you get to have a bad day in public, where you can look tired on camera without 3 websites speculating about your mental state. It costs you ordinary friendships, the kind that don't come with a business relationship attached, because your calendar simply does not have room to build them the normal way. It costs you time with family that gets compressed into a handful of days between triple-header race weekends because yes, sometimes you race 3 weekends in a row on 3 different continents with barely enough time to adjust to a new time zone before the next one starts. It costs you your body, quietly, over years. The G-forces alone, up to 5 or 6 times your body weight through high-speed corners, accumulate in your spine and neck the way a boxer's punches accumulate in his brain. Most drivers don't talk about this publicly, but ask any driver in their 30s how their back feels the morning after a triple header, and you'll get an honest answer once the cameras are off. What does this do to your mind over time? It rewires how you experience risk. You learn to sit inside a car that could kill you at any moment, at speeds exceeding 220 miles per hour, mere inches from a concrete wall, and treat that as simply Tuesday's simulator prep for Sunday's reality. That kind of proximity to danger, repeated for a decade, changes your relationship with fear itself. Some drivers describe a strange calm that takes over during a race, almost meditative, while their resting heart rate off track tells a very different story, one of a nervous system that never fully powers down. and it changes how you experience being watched. Every meal, every gym session, every relationship becomes content for someone. You learn to perform normalcy in front of a camera while genuinely wondering whether anyone in your life would still be there without the results attached to your name. That thought does not go away with more money. If anything, it gets louder. Here's the thing almost nobody says out loud. The fastest, most fearless people in the world spend the vast majority of their time not being fast or fearless at all. They spend it in gyms doing neck curls, in simulators reading data, in hotel rooms doing media training, in airports, alone, scrolling a phone that never really stops buzzing. The 20 minutes of Sunday afternoon that the entire world watches is built on 6 days that almost nobody sees, and those 6 days are where the real cost of this life quietly gets paid. So your phone buzzes at 6 a.m. in a hotel room you didn't choose, in a city you'll leave in 4 days. And you pick it up, because you already know. Because this is what almost nobody sees about the fastest life on Earth. It isn't lived at 220 miles per hour. It's lived in the thousands of invisible hours it takes to earn the right to go that fast for 20 minutes in front of everyone and mean it. Keep glowing and growing. Peace.